Good evening, folks, and welcome back to the Library of Lore. How's everyone doing? Cal and Ray, it's good to see you. I hope all is well today. Loud. We are going to continue on with Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, and I think I've hit upon the solution to the voice problem. We're going to monitor how I'm feeling, because I gotta be honest, when I got up yesterday, I got comments on how rough and deep my voice sounded because I tore it up the night before playing this game and having to read everything out loud. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through, we'll complete the current episode we're on, and I'll evaluate, and if all is good, we'll keep going. And we'll do another episode. And then if things continue to be good, we'll just keep playing. But if at some point it starts to feel like it's too much, we can simply switch games. Because honestly, you know, I wouldn't mind getting some City Skylines in tonight. Or it has been quite some time since I streamed Dwarf Fortress. That could also be quite fun. So, I don't know, we'll see how things go. So we were on State of Flux in Profile 2 after our completed game where we finished in the pilot. So let's go with Profile 2 and we'll continue. How are things going, Cal and Ray? I hope all is well. Okay, we are here. We've got lots of deuterium. We've got a reasonable amount of duranium. We're still looking for tritanium. Production. No production in progress. Tritanium is an advanced resource required for constructing and repairing rooms, crafting, resource production, unlocking new tech tree tiers, and shuttle construction. Interesting. What is this? I am low on spoons, but otherwise it is going okay. Having a surgical consult tomorrow to discuss your stomach motility issues. Oof. I hope it goes well. That does not sound pleasant. Warp core upgrade. Captain, the warp core was never fully repaired after the initial damage, bringing us to the Delta Quadrant. To meet our growing energy demands for travel and facilities, we must upgrade it to level 2. This is a fundamental task that will significantly increase Voyager's maximum energy output, which is essential for the long journey ahead. I thought we had already got that underway, but maybe it's because there's no hard save point. We may have lost a small amount of progress. That's totally okay. Okay, I need... Eesh. What is it we need here? Where's the science lab? There we go. Borg. Okay, I guess we can get into Borg technology later. Combat. Deconstructing buildings now returns all resources. The motility issues aren't, but it likely will be medication for a while to see if there's any improvement. I will keep my fingers crossed. Reduces initial building upgrading and repair times by 15%. Increases storage capacity for all resources by 50%. Increases shuttle slots from 1 to 2. Increases the time that trade offers stay available. The amount of resources gained per trade improves. There's a lot of tech upgrades in this game. This is awesome. Bussard collectors. Warp core efficiency. Improved deuterium to energy conversion. 1 deuterium now provides 6 energy. Stores surplus energy from the warp core can temporarily provide up to 120 stored energy before the gray mode gets activated. You know, that actually sounds kind of good. Unlocks the ability to craft photon torpedoes. And reduces crafting times by 25%. Crew. Sick bay level 2 increases patient capacity from 5 to 8. Stronger Talaxian ally. Delicious meals. I don't think we can get this one. I think we probably need that one first. But we need to reveal the technology first. Officers' quarters. Accommodates 5 crew members in large luxurious quarters. Raises morale by +2 per cycle. Increases crew capacity by +5, increases morale by +1 per cycle. Okay, so I can't get these. We can get inspired workforce. High morale threshold bonuses are increased by 20%. Increases... Ooh, XP gain for heroes in away missions. Tempting. I think I'm going to get this small battery compartment, though, because gray mode is not great. We're going to do that one. Transporter room. Hey, wait a second. I had assigned Balana. What are you not doing in main engineering, Balana? Oh, I love that you can kind of peek in on all these rooms. Oh, and the bridge, I love it. Look at that. This is so cool. What a neat way to just kind of inspect the ship and get to explore it a little bit. The detail is fantastic. Okay. Where is there... Follow the alien ship to its hideout. Is there a number of work teams? Idling 1 of 2. Okay, so we can get one more doing something or other. Get that thing cleared out. There we go. Hey, Tianmar. Permission granted. Welcome on in. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Captain, the alien ship dropped out of warp and went inside an asteroid. Do we follow? Scan the interior of the asteroid first. What are we dealing with? Strange, I can't scan the interior. The surface stratum is a neutronium alloy, not a natural formation. It's like someone built this asteroid. Follow them. We'll get back Chakotay's lungs. Mirror, mirror. Voyager plunges into the heart of the asteroid and encounters an unexpected sight. A vast chamber with mirrored walls creating endless reflections of the alien starship and Voyager. Lost in a sea of duplicates, the crew must act before they are ambushed. A hall of mirrors. Can we identify the real ship? We're still picking up on their ion trail, but they could have left a fake one, so we fly straight into one of these walls. Use phasers as a searchlight to find the real ship. Just follow the ion trail, full risk. Let Tom navigate through the mirror hall. This one looks like our best odds of success. Fire torpedoes to shatter the mirrors. No, we'll go with Tom. We'll trust his piloting instinct. This is your moment to shine, Lieutenant Paris. Get us through these mirrors. My pleasure, Captain. Just another Tuesday flight. And we're through. Did I promise too much? Not a single scratch. Huh. Scanners are picking up 2 weak bioelectric signals in front of us. They're powering up their engine, Captain. Beam life forms on board based on approximate location. Lock onto the bioelectric signatures and beam them aboard. We got them, Captain. The disfigured. How are things going, Tianmar? It's really good to see you. I hope all is well. In the transporter room, the captured aliens materialize, their bodies ravaged by rot. The crew exchange uneasy glances. What has caused the aliens' horrifying disfigurement? You're aboard the Federation starship Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway. I am Dareth, and this is Motura. We are of the Vidians modality. I don't care who you are. I want the lungs you've stolen. Now. I'm afraid that's not possible. I already altered the lungs to be grafted onto Motura. I am devastated that we had to do this, but otherwise I would have died. Normally we harvest from the dead, but time was running short. It is the phage, you see. My people have been stricken by this disease for eons. It consumes our bodies, eats us up alive. The only way to fight it is to gather organs and graft them. And now a member of my crew is dying while you breathe air through their lungs. You are pushing me to a choice I don't want to make. If death is the consequence of my actions, I accept it. At least my suffering would end. Killing you won't accomplish a damn thing. You and your friend get out of my sight. Wait, take me to them. Our medical technology is superior to yours. I will adapt their immunogenicity so a single lung transplant becomes viable. We tested a community game in another stream earlier. Super Battle Golf? Oh man, that sounds fun. Absolute chaos in the good way. I will need to look up that one. It sounds fun based on the title alone. Of course, we're going to allow him to help. Proceed, but we're watching you. There, they are ready for a lung transplant. I can confirm, Captain, Chakotay is going to make it. I will not forget your mercy, Captain Janeway. As a token of my gratitude, take our surgical device. It will help you. Thank you, Motura. Farewell. Helm, we return to our old course. Mission successful. Phage, plus 250 XP. And 5 of whatever that is. What is that? That is dilithium. Okay, excellent. Previous course. What are we looking for here? I guess we'll go here. Dismantled, ruined room. I wonder if it would be best to play without knowledge of the series, not that I can erase it. I don't know, Tianmar. It plays out very much in the style, at least the narrative portions of the game play out a lot like classic text adventure games. So they have a great deal of freedom to change things. You may recall, for example, in the TV series, it was not Chakotay who lost his lungs. It was Neelix. So things have already taken different turns. Thank you very much, Calenray. I appreciate it. Okay, we're probably going to need some more deuterium soon. We've stumbled upon a massive debris field. It doesn't make sense that anyone would leave this many salvageable resources floating around, so we should investigate. Get debris aboard. Tractor beam. Excellent. We located a rich asteroid field containing valuable minerals. One of our scientists suggests using a new experimental mining technique, which has the potential for a much higher yield, but there's a chance it could destroy the asteroids. Use experimental mining. Yes. Hey kiddies, enjoy your lurk. It's good to have you here. Captain, several decks remain inaccessible because their life support systems are offline. I recommend we send a work team immediately to restore life support to one of those damaged decks. Once repaired, we can safely unlock and utilize that entire deck, which provides crucial operational space. Repair a new life support to unlock a new deck. I'm going to unlock deck 8. Or I would unlock deck 8 if only we had a work team available. We will do that shortly then. It is also sold in a bundle with Golf with Your Friends. Yes, I've had Golf with Your Friends for many years now, though. The name of the bundle, Golf with Your Enemies. That's funny, because I always used to call Golf with Your Friends Golf with Your soon-to-be former friends. I guess we can move on. Troop orders are done. And that means we have a work team available. So let's start opening up deck 8. We can't... Why? But... Hang on. Okay. Oh, wait a second. 7 and 8 are roughly equivalent. Need 150. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm gonna probably need another cargo bay then. And yeah, I kinda don't really have the room for it. That's fun. Battery compartment. Oh, that's weird. They have different requirements. We can do this one. We can do deck 4. But I like the idea of having that battery compartment, so we'll do this one. It's relatively cheap. And then that'll give me the space to build a new cargo bay, among other things. resources food. Upgrade stellar cartography to collect more data. Vidian interceptor. Duranium. Duranium. Dilithium. Okay, that's a good one. More food. Oh, that's the first time we found a tritanium deposit. That's good. Ooh, what's this? Sicaris. The inhabitants, known as Sicarians, are practically rolling out the red carpet, inviting the crew to spend days relaxing on their world, promising a prime opportunity to boost morale and finally get some rest. Well, that sounds delightful. Absolutely nothing could possibly go wrong. How are we doing food-wise? Current amount 300 food, max capacity 1,000. Let's see if we can top up some. The world of this P-class planet is largely glaciated, but our sensors have discovered animal life that could be used as a food source. Hunt them. Mission outcome terrible. Plus 269 food. Hey, that's still close to double what we had. 1 crew died. 6 crew got severely injured. Morale minus 60. Lovely. Deflector offline. Okay, what the heck happened? Why is the deflector offline? Next, we want dilithium. Life support. Provides artificial gravity and a breathable atmosphere. Without life support, a deck cannot function, and its building space is inaccessible. Life support is fully restored, Captain. We can now safely access and utilize the entire deck. Well done. We've detected a Class D planet. This small planetoid has no atmosphere, but scans reveal surface deposits of resources trapped just beneath the ice. The low gravity makes remote operations easy, but the surface is extremely cold. Shoot a thermal beam to heat a wide surface area for mining. Navigational deflector level 1. So dilithium max plus 6. Launch a torpedo to shatter the surface for resource exposure. Torpedo launch bay level 1. That would be dilithium plus 8. Yes. Class O planet. Sensors detect a pelagic planet with a diverse ecosystem whose oceans are home to a multitude of plants, fish, and life forms. Beam aboard edible-looking food sources. I really need to repair the shuttle bay. Maybe get a biolab. 4 crew got sick. Okay, we are well stocked with food now. Let's head to this... Oh, actually, let's go back to the ship, because we want to do something with all this. Battery compartment. Stores up to 120 surplus energy from the warp core. Batteries discharge and temporarily supply missing energy before gray mode is activated when energy consumption exceeds production or there is insufficient deuterium available. Okay. So how's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all having a good one. Battery compartment is complete. Energy is essential to power rooms. Any energy not used is wasted. Use battery compartments to store excess energy and use it if you run out of deuterium or the warp core doesn't provide enough energy. Centurion, good to see you. I'm glad to hear it. Captain, we've encountered a debris field. Sensors are indicating that this debris field consists of starships that have very recently been destroyed. Risk ambush and thoroughly scan the debris. Quickly beam aboard any valuable salvage before the attackers return. Yeah, I really need to get the shuttle bay operational. Damn it. Ambush. Vidians.
What are your orders, Captain? Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
There we go. Oh, I got some tritanium. That's good. I got morale, and I got some more food. Excellent. Not bad at all. Haven't watched you for a while, but I'm curious about this game. This game is... I'm having a blast. There is a small problem with it, though. The narrative parts of the game are very kind of... It's a lot of text, and there's very little voiceover in it, which means that there's a lot of reading on my part. And this is my second stream of this game. I streamed it a couple of nights ago, and it did a number on my throat, so I may not end up playing this for the full stream. Once my voice starts to feel like I'm gonna have a problem again, I'm probably gonna switch over to something else. But it's really, really good. It's really fun. Okay, let's go to the Sikaris planet. You need a constant tea supply. Yeah, we'll be coming up on my first break in about half an hour. I will make tea at that point. Until then, I have a drink. I also have water. The inhabitants, known as Sicarians, are practically rolling out the red carpet, inviting the crew to spend days relaxing on their world, promising a prime opportunity to boost morale and finally get some rest. This was probably based on an episode. I don't remember them. Accept the Sicarians' offer and grant the crew shore leave. After a welcome rest on the planet, the crew bids a warm farewell to the generous Sicarians. Their hospitality leaves such an impression that a few crew members insisted on staying behind. 3 crew left Voyager. Well, good luck to them. Right, we are pretty good on food. Let's look at this tritanium deposit. Captain, we found an abandoned ship adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Blindly beam a team on board to force open the storage and retrieve all contents. Destroy the vessel and salvage the debris. What's the worst that could happen? Yes! Beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, now we could use some more duranium. We come across an abandoned mining station. The station is under lockdown and seems to be damaged. Safely search for anything valuable without entering the station. Destroy storage facilities and salvage resources. Analyze the terrain and try to mine with Voyager's equipment. Science Laboratory Level 2. We're gonna destroy facilities. Nice. Very nice. Gotta love it. Alright, let's move on. A glimmer of hope? Scans have discovered a wormhole, but subspace disturbances indicate it's collapsing rapidly. Captain, what do we do now? We don't have much time to investigate. We won't let this opportunity pass us by. Helm, set course for the wormhole. Eye of the Needle. This wormhole could provide interesting opportunities. In addition to scientific curiosity, there is a faint hope it might shorten the way home, but we have to hurry before it collapses. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Captain, we're approaching the wormhole. On screen. Where's the wormhole? The view screen shows only the vast, star-studded expanse of the Delta Quadrant, but the coordinates indicate Voyager has arrived. Where is it? The wormhole, a supposed ticket home, remains stubbornly invisible. Are we in visual range? Affirmative, Captain. This must be the smallest wormhole on record. Magnify. Impossibly small. Even magnified, the wormhole remains a frustratingly small blip on the screen. Disbelief and a flicker of despair across the bridge crew's faces. Is this their only hope of returning home? It's small. The aperture is about 30 centimeters in diameter. But it is large enough for a message. It could carry a data transmission to Federation space in minutes. We still have to find out if it goes anywhere near the Alpha Quadrant. We could send a probe beforehand. A modified probe would have a greater chance of success, but would require time and resources. Craft a modified probe blueprint. The modified probe is worth it. 1 modified probe blueprints. Aye, Captain. Okay. Craft modified probe in the workshop. Workshop. There we go. This is the workshop. Okay, we do have one team available as well, so I should get them clearing another room space. Vera Johnson, how's it going? It's good to see you. Meanwhile, let's scan the rest of the system. Deuterium. Planet of Plenty. We identified a lush planet teeming with life and rich in untapped mineral deposits. Unfortunately, the planet's volatile climate leaves little time for exploration. With intense storms predicted to arrive soon, we can only focus on one objective. Your taxes are completed. Very nice. Fair bit of food in the system. Oh, what's that? Talaxian standoff. 2 Talaxian ships are in a standoff over salvage from a derelict vessel. One captain wants to use it to aid Talaxian refugees, the other wants to sell it to fund their colony. They offer us a share of the salvage if we help them. We could use more deuterium. Captain, we found wreckage of a small vessel. It's heavily damaged, emitting radiation, and is about to explode. Try to carefully salvage resources scattered around the radiating wrecked vessel. Send a team to try to stabilize the ship from the inside. Nice. 4 crew injured. Okay, how we doing? 4 cycles remaining. I need to know how to pass cycles without moving around all the time. Oh, it's got to be X. A unit of time, not specified in any unit we know of, Centurion. It's basically 1 game turn. Ruined room dismantled. I've had enough of waiting. We are gonna frickin' repair the shuttle bay. I'm not actually sure what this is. Cycles. A cycle is a time unit. Cycles pass while Voyager is traveling. The displayed number of cycles indicate how many cycles it takes until deuterium is depleted and the energy system switches to gray mode or the batteries. So this is tied to this. We're consuming 56 deuterium every cycle. So with 737 deuterium remaining, I have enough power for 13 cycles. The number of past cycles is here. We have gone through 68 so far since the game started. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Captain, the probe is ready. Do it. Telemetry data incoming, Captain. Into the unknown. The view screen shows a green vortex, the image transmitted by the probe from inside the micro wormhole. A sense of wonder and anxiety fills the bridge. What's on the other side? It doesn't look like any wormhole I've ever seen. It must be old, decaying. Any ideas where our probe will end up, Ensign? No, but a phase variance in the radiation stream. It's stuck. Can it break free? Unlikely. Wait, it was just scanned by someone else. Hail them. Use the probe to reinforce the signal. We're receiving an answer, Captain. On screen. This is Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. Who is receiving this communication? I am Telek Ramor of the Romulan Astrophysical Academy, science vessel Talvath, location Alpha Quadrant. Weird that they would think to specify that, although I guess dealing with a wormhole it makes more sense. Sector 1385. What are your coordinates? Oh no, Vera Johnson, we're like episode 2 or 3 of the series. The Borg are some time off. I wonder if they put the Ferengi encounter in this game. I don't know, Greenie, but that would be a lot of fun. How are you doing? It's good to see you. We are in the Delta Quadrant, but since it hasn't been charted, I can't specify our exact location. Delta Quadrant? On a Federation starship called Voyager? I have not heard of a ship with that name. It is new, but not classified. Surprising. Romulans are usually well informed. I've been in deep space for over a year, and I'm not privy to the latest intelligence. I'm sure my government knows of any Federation expeditions to the Delta Quadrant. Yes, this Romulan. I remember this episode. It's a complicated story. Please, if you could... I don't believe you. You are undoubtedly still in the Alpha Quadrant. I ask again, what are your coordinates? Balana. Chance 50% plus 35%. Convince the Romulan with technical facts. Tuvok. Try to convince the Romulan with logic. So that would be 50% plus 45%. And then the lowest odds of all, Captain Janeway. Chance 50% plus 30%. So we are going to go with Tuvok. I understand your concern. Naturally, the Romulan Empire does not want Starfleet spying on its science vessels. However, wouldn't a spy come up with a more plausible lie? This is preposterous. Failure? Are you kidding me? Wait. Damn it. Ugh. No, I think you do remember wrong, Greenie. I actually do vaguely recall that it was fairly early in the series. Like, the first 5 episodes for sure. I would have to check, but I do believe it was quite early on. Too late. The micro wormhole collapses on the view screen, its light dying. The bridge crew watch in stunned silence as their supposed hope of returning home disappears. It's gone, Captain. Helm, return to our previous course. Wow, that's quite the morale hit. Oof. Mission failed. Eye of the Needle. Thanks, Tuvok. Alright, let's see if we can get some more deuterium. Kazon Raider. It'll take us close to the Talaxian freighter, so we'll go this way. Shuttle Bay. Life support active. Construct shuttles that can be used in points of interest and missions. Provides 1 shuttle slot. We do have a standard shuttle. Excellent. Okay. Heroes. Tom. Captain, we've got a major problem brewing down in engineering. Deuterium levels are critical. We're already on our way to get more, don't you worry. This ship won't last long without a refuel. If we don't locate a new supply soon, we'll be adrift in space with no energy, no life support. We need to act fast. We will stock up, don't you worry. Oh, was it episode 7? Very cool. Send a shuttle to breach the storage from outside and extract resources. Yes! The crew is happy about the fulfilled promise, Captain. Thank you, Balana. Captain, I've been reviewing our power grid. We're losing too much excess energy from the warp core. It just dissipates. By building dedicated high-capacity batteries, we could store that wasted energy. It's a proactive step which would create a massive reserve to cover situations where our energy consumption exceeds the warp core's output. Good idea. Let's build a battery compartment within 20 cycles. Do I have a good spot for one? I mean, I've got that. Maybe... Let's clear that. And we're gonna head to the freighter. Two Talaxian ships are in a standoff over salvage from a derelict vessel. One captain wants to use it to aid Talaxian refugees. The other wants to sell it to fund their colony. They offer us a share of the salvage if we help them. Side with the captain who prioritizes using the salvage to aid refugees. Side with the captain who wants to fund their colony and take your share. Suggest a compromise using half the salvage for refugees and selling the rest to fund the colony expansion. Okay, so this is the hard sell option. Let's do it. Oh, wow, that really helped with morale. Voyager's mediation efforts are successful, leading to a peaceful resolution and increased goodwill with the Talaxian people. Okay, then. So how are things going, Greenie? That game you're playing does look really, really fun. I hope it's going well. Speaking of Greenie and streaming games, everybody should be following him if you're not already. We don't have any dilithium resources here, do we? What was this one? Oh, Planet of Plenty. Yeah, we probably want to go there. Ruined room is complete. Borg technology. Battery compartment. We identified a lush planet teeming with life and rich and untapped mineral deposits. Unfortunately, the planet's volatile climate leaves little time for exploration. With intense storms predicted to arrive soon, we can only focus on one objective. I don't desperately need either food or duranium, so let's just go with the duranium because we're actually literally full on fuel. Okay, we are full on both now. Tritanium. I think that was all the major encounters in this area. Did you see anything good in NextFest? Refresh my memory. What was NextFest? Is that a Steam event? I don't think I've even really looked at it. Hang on a second. Call of the Elder Gods. I don't... Oh, well, apparently I do know something about Call of the Elder Gods. It's already on my wish list. That could be fun. Just looking through it. I gotta tell you, most stuff I'm seeing here does not really appeal specifically. Category 6, maybe. Brace yourself for the ultimate open-world survival craft experience. Welcome to a world shattered by the relentless fury of the most colossal hurricane in history. Explore and gather resources for surviving and crafting, fight off aggressive wildlife and scavengers, play story mode or survival mode. See, that's right up my alley. I would enjoy something like that, probably. Bootleg Alchemist, possibly. Sea of Tranquility, perhaps. Abductum, maybe. That one looks kind of fun. Yeah, I'll have to go into more detail off stream, I think, but there's a few things in there that look like they might be good. There's a demo of this game on NextFest. Yeah, the demo for this one's actually been out for a little while. It just recently, like a few days ago, released fully. Okay, where we were gonna go to 624.3, 6 cycles away. Battery compartment complete. Crew is happy about the fulfilled promise, Captain. Okay, what is going on with this warp core upgrade? Are we not finished this yet? Jesus, thank you. Warp core is now level 2. We've significantly increased our maximum energy output, making Voyager ready for higher demands. Okay, we desperately need deuterium. Our energy output requirements are kind of crazy. Found an abandoned ship set adrift in space. It's powered down but structurally sound with sealed storage compartments. Yes. We are good. Class J planet. Class Y. Class E. Ooh. A space station that repairs spaceships. There's a lot of points of interest here. Oh, what's this? Trading station. A trading outpost is broadcasting a subspace message advertising their wares. It goes down shockingly fast, Vera Johnson. The deuterium, you run out so quickly. One of the things I plan to build here... Oh, I do have, actually... There we go. Another cargo bay will help us out a lot with that. Okay. Oh, what the heck? How are we completely out of duranium? I just had 100. We've detected a Class D planet. This small planetoid has no atmosphere, but scans reveal surface deposits of resources trapped just beneath the ice. The low gravity makes remote operations easy, but the surface is extremely cold. Launch a torpedo to shatter the surface.
Alert, ad break coming up in approximately 3 minutes.
There we go. That's a very good question, Centurion. Also, you heard the lady. In about 3 minutes, we'll be taking our first break. So the way it works is every deck of the ship has a life support station. If the life support is active and operational, then you can clear the rooms on that deck and use them. However, most of the life support on the ship is damaged and needs to be repaired before you can do anything with it. So we can't clear these ones, for example, on deck 4 because life support on deck 4 is not operational. So we've got to get that done first. Alright, let's see. Let's go to the trading station. Cargo bay. Life support active. Basic storage facility that increases the storage capacity for a chosen resource. A trading outpost is broadcasting a subspace message. Trade 5 to dilithium for deuterium. I would like to trade to get dilithium. I don't want to give up dilithium for deuterium. Yeah, that's of no value to us at the moment. That is also of no value, apparently. We've detected massive deuterium levels in the atmosphere of this Class J gas giant. Atmospheric conditions are harsh, but the potential fuel yield is exceptional. Risk flying directly into the atmosphere to collect with the Bussard collectors. Risk sending a shuttle to gather directly from the atmosphere. No, we're going to fly the entire Voyager. Nice. I remember how every third episode of Trek was them visiting an interstellar gas station. Alright guys, I need to take that break. If you need to get up and grab anything, now's a good time. I'll be about 6 to 10 minutes because I've got to make myself some tea, so I'll be back shortly. Crap, now where'd it go? Oh, jeez!
Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
That was real cool.
Don't worry about it.
Dozens would have been harmed or killed if not for the intervention of Spider-Man, New York's second hero to go by that name.
It's my home too.
Witnesses say gunmen carried out this attack on orders from Wilson Fisk.
I doubt that. Bye, Haley. Hope to see you again.
Best outfit in the game. Now you got me kind of paranoid of them. Oh, crap. Yikes. Okay, they seem to have gone back to being bored now. That's good for me.
Che cos'era? Meglio andare a vedere.
Nighty night.
Nice. Beautiful. Oh, we have a horde.
I gotta take it out.
They're really just not paying much attention to us, are they? A glorious battle it was. Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, hello. That might not have been the best option. That was not what I wanted this. Oh my god.
I'll see what we have ready for Mr. Legrand. I know it's here somewhere. I saw it a while ago.
Freddy Krueger sweater. Oh my god. Wow. And this is kind of a big assumption. Assuming that that connection is strong enough to hold all of this. Ooh, oh. Oh. I hope that was a cat that I tossed off the mountain. Whoa! That was a hell of a ragdoll. I can't help but notice that this might be a little bit bugged because in spite of the fact that she's standing there and talked to us, the game does seem to think that Barth here is dead.
Coward almost got us killed.
Take you.
Now she is no longer dead. She's also called Ramira.
Anda! Da Lump! Verdammt! Zeig ihm, was du drauf hast!
Nice. Yes. Up there is our very first Reaper Leviathan sighting, guys.
Booming as the area is a attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes.
What
while
was
selling
that? Okay, I am back. What were we doing? Oh, 17 cycles. We could probably use some more duranium again. Or deuterium, rather. Thank you, Callan Ray. Sensors detect unusual activity in a high-pressure nebula. Omicron particles scatter freely with larger clusters sealed behind stable energy barriers. It's a chance, but risky. Force open the pockets to access the particles. Focus only on the accessible particles between the pockets, or abandon. No, we're going to do force them open. Gimme. The extraction is successful, but breaching the second pocket causes critical damage to the hull. The particles turn hostile? How does a particle turn hostile? What? And scans confirm they are organic. Okay, that explains it. The nebula is alive and clearly wounded. If the cloud is conscious, releasing all the particles may be the only chance to save it. Sickbay level 1. Remaining here is too risky. Release all particles at the edge as a reparation. Science Lab 1. Keep the deuterium and withdraw to avoid further aggression. Oh no! Hull damage nears critical. The crew holds its breath as particles are released. First, nothing happens, then they surge, attacking the hull. The nebula perceives this as an attack. Leaving is the only option. Well, that's fun. How do we repair the hull again? Upgrade, no. Heroes. Shoot, how do I... $32 without quarters? Jesus, okay. We better get people on that. I really wish I remembered how to repair the hull. Abandoned ship. Okay, we're gonna send a shuttle. Thank you. 21 cycles. Bioneural gel packs are produced in the biolaboratory from food and tritanium. Do we not have anywhere else we can go? What's going on? Collect, produce, or trade food. State of flux. Research apple-like fruits and weird roots in the science laboratory. Well, ruined room dismantled. Okay. Apple-like fruits and weird roots. Plus 100 food. Yes? Hello? As the commander feared, the Leola roots aren't a long-term solution. We need to find other ways to stock our pantry. Suggestions? Hydroponics, perhaps? Captain, I was thinking about building a hydroponics bay. It would give the crew a chance to reconnect with the natural process of growing food. We could also hit up some local trading stations with the Aero Shuttle, barter for supplies, do a little Delta Quadrant grocery shopping, so to speak. But Captain, there are so many planets out here. We just need to keep exploring to find one brimming with the most delicious, nutritious delicacies. Think of the culinary adventures. Hydroponics, trade, exploration, all valid options. Thank you. Oh, Captain, regardless of your choice, the raw ingredients still need to be prepared. Naturally, I'd be honored to apply my culinary skills. However, the mess hall lacks a proper galley. Would you be willing to sacrifice your private dining room for the greater good of the crew? Wonderful. I'll get to work straight away. To upgrade any room, select the room first, then use the upgrade button if you have the necessary resources. Okay, this is the screen I've been looking for. Hull. Voyager's hull can be damaged in combat. Dialogue, spatial phenomena, or if the navigational deflector is offline. If the hull integrity reaches 0, Voyager will be destroyed and the game is over. Hull doesn't regenerate by itself. To repair the hull, assign a work team... Oh, crap. Okay, we need a work team. In the engineering office. Yeah, I need an available work team. Okay. We're gonna have to open up Deck 4, I think. Get space for another work team. Get another engineering room or something. Spent too much time in the sector. Captain, I'm detecting a growing sense of restlessness among the crew. The desire to move forward, to cut more light years off our journey, is beginning to affect their focus. It's not yet a problem, but to avoid a significant morale issue, I suggest we schedule our departure from this sector sooner rather than later. Okay. Construction orders. 4 cycles remaining, and we already need more deuterium. Luckily, we can get some right here. Okay, we are good. What's the effect of underproducing energy? You run out of energy. Under the repair station, it says this. These will repair Voyager at the cost of another resource listed here. You can also repair your hull using duranium via the engineering offices. Yeah. The only problem there is that it requires a work team, and mine are pretty constantly busy. Okay, I seem to only have the ability to do one. Alright. Is there nowhere we can go? Sector. Oh, that's how you get to the tutorial screen. Okay. Repair the Aero Shuttle Bay, upgrade the mess hall to level 2. But they keep saying we need to get away from here. Well, I don't really know Centurion. I'm not... This is the first time I've gotten this far, so... I doubt it's a dead end. It's probably more just a story blocker or something. Okay, we are still full on food. Let's just go to this Y-class planet, I suppose. Or... Oh, we're running dangerously low on deuterium around here. Yeah, we'll go here. Life support active. Reconfigures the captain's dining room into a kitchen where fresh food rations for the crew are prepared. Unlocks normal food rations option. Normal food rations cost 1 food per 3 crew fed. Changes energy consumption from 2 to 3. You may want to reassign a hero to the upgraded room. Certain rooms, like the mess hall, benefit from a specialist support. You can assign heroes to aid your crew and gain an efficiency bonus. An upgraded mess hall enables a new option to feed your crew. Instead of using emergency or premium rations, you can resort to fresh normal rations. It won't affect your morale nor cost deuterium, but needs fresh food instead, which is why our food never actually dropped at all. Each 3 crewmen consume 1 food every cycle. If your food reserves are empty, emergency rations are selected automatically. Normal food rations. Repair the Aero Shuttle Bay. Okay, who's calling? Captain, we're picking up a distress call. On screen. Anyone who can hear this message. Lost control of the bridge. Ship is falling apart. Help now, please. Captain, this may be a trap. Analyze damage to the Kazon ship. Can we determine if they sustain genuine damage? Its fluctuating nucleonic patterns might indicate a reactor breakdown on board. Scan for any other Kazon ships in the area. Nothing showing up, Captain. The ship is identical to the Kazon Nistrum raider we previously encountered, Captain. The Kazon Nistrum is one of the most violent sects in the entire Kazon Collective. We'll help, but be cautious. This could be an opportunity to make new friends. Or enemies. Okay. We located a rich asteroid field containing valuable minerals. One of our scientists suggests using a new experimental mining technique which has the potential for a much higher yield, but there's a chance it could destroy the asteroids. Yes. Alright. Investigate the Kazon's distress call in the next star system, so it was story locked. Aero Shuttle Bay. Nice. You will periodically receive trade offers when your Aero Shuttle Bay is active. Only one trade can be active at a time, and each takes a set amount of time to complete. You need to manually collect the resources after the trade went through. Inspired Workforce Research Report. Okay, so I think that's all the crew research we can do at the moment. And all the engineering. Oh, hydroponics bay. Produces 50 food every 10 cycles by growing plants in a non-soil medium. Oh, yeah, okay, we need that. So let's get that cleared for the moment. We detected a small debris field scattered across a wide area. The debris appears to be the remnants of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful in there. Use a shuttle to aid the search. No! Captain, a disaster has occurred. While our shuttle was recovering valuable materials, it got too close to a leaking fuel tank adrift in space. The volatile compounds ignited, triggering a massive explosion. I regret to report that we've lost the shuttle and its entire crew. Well, that is definitely consistent with Voyager, sadly. 2 crew died, minus 120 morale, and minus 1 shuttle. Frick. And we kind of needed those resources, too. Hydroponics bay. There we go. Okay, now let's get out of here. Excuse me. Hydroponics Bay, a dedicated facility for growing plants in a non-soil medium. Out of food, your mess hall will now give out emergency rations. Man, it goes down a lot quicker than you would think. However, emergency rations are not going to cut it. We're going to do premium replicator rations instead. Dang it. Hydroponics Bay. Major problem brewing, yes, we'll stock up. We're already here. Good enough. Crew is happy about the fulfilled promise. Thank you. Okay, now, ship. What does it take to build a new shuttle? Build standard shuttle. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? Okay. We are going to want Tuvok for certain. B'Elanna should go. And I think Kess would be good on this one. The inside of the Raider shows signs of a massive explosion. No sign of the crew. Orders? Scan for life signs of the crew. Scanning reveals a single faint life sign. The team beams the comatose survivor directly to sickbay. The rest of the Kazon crew have been fused with the wreckage. What happened here? Scan the ship's atmosphere. Scans reveal residual energy signatures indicative of a catastrophic explosion. The cause remains a mystery, but the evidence points to an internal malfunction. Any suggestions on how to find the origin of the explosion, Captain? Perform a system analysis. Oh my god, are you kidding me? The system analysis yields inconclusive results. However, during their search, the team stumbles upon an irradiated area contained by a force field, likely the explosion's origin. Captain, there's a strange console inside the force field. It could be the origin of the explosion, but the radiation is preventing us from coming any closer. How should we proceed? Modify a tricorder to scan the console. They scan the console from a distance. The analysis reveals traces of Federation technology within the console. The away team returns to Voyager with this shocking discovery. Yes! It seems that Kazon tried to install Federation technology. We are unsure why. Can't we transport it out to examine it? Not with those levels of nucleonic radiation. We could create a subspace bubble or build an expander. One's quicker and riskier, the other safer but more resource intensive. We won't risk lives no matter how expensive it is. One expander. How on earth did the Kazon get their hands on Federation technology? The most probable explanation is that someone on our ship gave it to them. I don't like this. If technology changed hands, maybe it happened on the planet earlier. Who could have met them while you were on the surface? Ensign Seska was unaccounted for. I was picking mushrooms. The Kazon ambushed me. Quite. I suggest interviewing the Kazon survivor, Captain. Captain, this raises serious security concerns with Maquis personnel in critical areas. This is about you being passed over for Chief Engineer, isn't it, Carrie? No, Torres, it's about security. Convenient timing, Carrie. Almost like someone wanted to make the Maquis look like perfect scapegoats. Enough. We'll determine the truth through proper investigation. Sickbay to Captain Janeway. It's the Kazon. His own blood cells are killing him. I need to perform a complete pyrocyte replacement to save him. Requesting authorization. Are we equipped for this procedure? I've already run a crew compatibility analysis. I also noticed Ensign Seska never provided a blood sample. I had a childhood disease and I was warned never to donate blood. I already found enough compatible blood donors among the crew, but we still require a blood sample for general medical purposes. I don't see the point in that, Doctor. Ensign Seska, I order you to provide a blood sample. It's for your own good. And about the Kazon patient. Gotta run, and thanks to introducing me to this game. It certainly appeals to a Trekkie. It's awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it, Centurion. Have a fantastic rest of your night. Use the Vidian surgical device to replace his pyrocytes. I hope this is not a one-shot, one-use device. The Vidian surgical device will help, Doctor. Good news, Captain. The Kazon is stable. Chances are high that he'll survive. Good. Let me know as soon as he wakes up. Let's proceed with building the expander. Now, I'm a little bit concerned. We only have 11 cycles. And there don't appear to be any more deuterium deposits available in this system. So I think we're going to have to immediately get out of here. Let's check this system. Yeah, okay, there's a few in here. We should be good. And it's only 5 cycles away. We've lingered here too long and doubts are spreading about our commitment to the journey home. Strongly recommend we resume course immediately. We just got here, Tuvok. Nice. Okay, we've got tons. New shuttle ready. New trade offer. We've detected an E-class planet. The molten surface, extremely high temperatures, and intense solar radiation make it highly dangerous, but valuable resources are concentrated in pockets in the cooling crust. Use a precise phaser beam to mine resources from the cooling crust. Rude. Okay, we do have one work team available. Where's morale? 20 without quarters. Minus 240 maximum morale. Yeah, okay, you know what? I think we have to... Shit. Ugh. There's some deuterium here. We'll go to this Class P planet. Found wreckage of a small vessel. It's heavily damaged, emitting radiation, and is about to explode. Try to carefully salvage resources scattered around the radiating wrecked vessel. Send a team to try to stabilize the ship from the inside. Yes. Life support. Now we have access to all of this. Oh, craft expander in the workshop. Okay, that's what it's waiting on me to do. Where did we hide the workshop? That's the engineering office. Workshop, there we go. Damn it. Oh, and we're almost out of frickin' deuterium again. Crew's patience has run out. There is genuine anger across the decks. Your officers are now openly challenging the necessity of this prolonged delay. Okay, I don't like that. It's not like this is something that I have a lot of direct control over. Yes. Okay. Well, I think we already investigated the cloud and that did not go great. Oh my god, it goes down so fast. Let's switch off of replicator food. We're going back to normal food rations for a little while. We also need to get back to that workshop. Four cycles. Expander crafted. Captain, we reached our destination. Captain, 2 Kazon Nistrum raiders approaching. They are hailing us. Open a channel. Kazon vessel, I am Catherine Janeway, captain of the Federation starship Voyager. I am Cullah, first Maj of the Kazon Nistrum. What have you done to our ship? We responded to a distress call. By the time we arrived, there was only one survivor. I demand to speak to him. We better not refuse the demand of a Kazon Nistrum Maj, Captain. We should question the survivor first, without outside influence. I demand to see my crewman immediately. Alright, we'll beam you over. Your crewman will recover, Maj Cullah. Few physicians could have achieved such a... I will take him back to my ship. I'd prefer he stay here. We found Federation technology on his ship and I want some answers. Very well, Captain. At least allow me a moment with him. A cold-blooded act. Janeway and the doctor turn away, granting Cullah a moment of privacy with his injured crewman. A tense silence fills the room, broken only by the hum of the biomonitors. Suddenly a faint rattle, the sound of a sharp intake of breath. Janeway and the doctor turn around. Cullah pulls a small device from the Kazon's neck, quickly concealing it within his sleeve. Within seconds, the Kazon patient starts to shake violently, then he collapses. He's dead. What have you done? Me? Captain, he simply expired. Get off my ship. Janeway to away team, get ready to recover the console. Keep your hands off our ship or it will be considered an act of war. War, Captain. No, they've got our technology. I'm not going to argue with a captain who murders his own crew. Don't get in our way, Cullah. Your technology makes you brave, Captain, but you have only one ship. There will be 4 Kazon vessels off your bow soon enough. I don't negotiate with murderers, Cullah. Janeway out. Janeway to away team. Get ready to recover the console. Okay, so we are going to want Tuvok again. And it looks like we desperately need some engineering, so let's get B'Elanna. And we're going to get some Tom Paris in there too. Captain, we're back on the radar, but the bridge entrance is jammed shut. I'm positive it was open before. What a weird coincidence. Unlock the door mechanism. B'Elanna, you're up. The door slides open smoothly, revealing the bridge beyond. The away team enters. Alert. Captain, the bridge has been tampered with. How do we proceed? Thoroughly check the room for traps. Tuvok, this is all you, buddy. Yeah! The away team starts to comb every inch of the room. Taking a closer look at the force field reveals a trap. They notice it just in time and are able to disarm it. Whoever was on the bridge didn't want us recovering that console. Use the expander to rotate the force field away from the console. The away team carefully rotates the force field. However, they discover the console is fused to its surroundings, making removal a challenge. The console is fused to its surroundings. Suggestions? Use phaser fire to sever the connection points. The away team used precise phaser burst to sever the fused connection points. The console is freed, though not much to look at. The team returns to Voyager with the console. Console recovered, Captain. It is indeed from Voyager. What was it supposed to be? Analyze its purpose. No chance. The thing was fried in the explosion. Well, no matter what it was supposed to be, we know it was Federation technology. Voyager technology. We have a traitor on board. Captain, I propose a full investigation which would require I suspend my other duties. Approved, Lieutenant. With Tuvok currently unavailable, his duties as Chief of Security will be temporarily covered by Lieutenant Nunez. A no-nonsense military man, Lieutenant Nunez is always prepared for any contingency. He'll make sure every security protocol is strictly observed, leaving no room for error. Lieutenant Nunez was part of the original Starfleet crew aboard Voyager when it launched. His presence will ensure a seamless transition. Vigilance is non-negotiable. Right. Let's get some more crew quarters going. Wait until security investigation is complete. Collect, produce, or trade food. How is morale doing? 20 still without quarters. Spent too long in the sector. We're still in pretty good shape, though. Our morale is 3,444. That's considered high morale. We are dropping morale, but we're okay. Captain, I have completed my investigation. Dr. DeBridge, I've analyzed Ensign Seska's blood sample. No childhood disease could ever explain her genetic markers. Ensign Seska is a Cardassian, genetically altered to look Bajoran. This is crazy. Impossible. You want me to believe Seska's a Cardassian agent who infiltrated the Maquis? Ensign Seska being a Cardassian agent isn't as far-fetched as you might think. It is a common trick to use cosmetic alterations for infiltration. I was also a spy under your command. Thank you for bringing that up again. What are your findings? An unauthorized transmission was sent to the Kazon a week ago. It originated in Lieutenant Carey's station. Also, I found an encrypted security code in the requisition file for replicator materials. That code, however, belongs to Ensign Seska. Incompetence or intent? Thank you, Lieutenant. Before I make up my mind, could you summarize everything we know, Lieutenant? Lieutenant Carey resents Lieutenant Torres' appointment as Chief Engineer. He may have attempted to frame the Maquis as traitors by providing technology to the Kazon. Yet it was Ensign Seska who was close to the Kazon inside that cave, providing a perfect opportunity for the transfer of materials. Furthermore, Ensign Seska is Cardassian, a Cardassian spy within the Maquis to be exact. While not conclusive, it does not help her credibility. Finally, both the transmission from Carey's station and Seska's security code were easy finds. Was this a clumsy cover-up or a deliberate setup? Ultimately, they both present evidence suggesting culpability. I know what I need to do. For weeks, a traitor has been in our midst, actively conspiring with the Kazon. That ends today. Confront Seska. She's the traitor. Ensign Seska, you are charged with treason. By transferring Federation technology to the Kazon, you have violated the Prime Directive. No, it's Carey. He's the one. He never trusted the Maquis, and he's using this to frame us. Tell that to the brig. You and your precious Starfleet principles. I did what was necessary. Your actions left us stranded in the Delta Quadrant. Kala offered protection, and I made a decision. A decision that could have impacted the entire quadrant. You lack resolve, Janeway. I don't. Computer, command XJL. A traitor among us. With a triumphant smirk, Seska activates her transporter, revealing her treachery as she escapes from the bridge. Janeway and the crew are left in shock. She's getting away. Override transport in progress, or identified destination of transport. Stop the transport. I can't, Captain. A security lockout is in place. What's the destination of Seska's transport? A Kazon vessel. It's getting ready to go to warp. Battle stations. Even with our superior technology, we are massively outnumbered, Captain. We'll deal with Seska another day. The other Kazon raiders aren't leaving. They're powering up their weapons. I told you laying hands on our ship would be considered an act of war. This is the price of defiance. Oh boy. Oh, I like the fact that there's a use cloaking option. That implies, actually it pretty much directly states, that at some point we can get a cloaking device. That's very cool.
Alert, ad break coming up in approximately 3 minutes.
What are your orders, Captain? Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. An enemy is surrendered, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Victory. Report. The Kazon raiders have been defeated, but Seska escaped with Kala. It is probable Seska and Kala will seek vengeance. I recommend we prepare ourselves. We've got their number, Lieutenant. We're ready for them. Captain, thank you for your faith in me throughout this whole traitor affair. I realize my Maquis comments were less than professional. For that, Lieutenant Torres, I sincerely apologize. I now understand why the captain appointed you Chief Engineer. You clearly deserve that chair. Congratulations. I appreciate that, Lieutenant Carey. Truly. I'm pleased to see you both moving forward. I'll leave you to it. I suspect our Chief Engineer and our new Assistant Chief Engineer have a lot to discuss. I'm honored, Captain. I'm going to be counting on you, Carrie. I'm not up to date on all the latest Starfleet protocols. You're probably more familiar with the quirks of this warp engine than I am right now. I hope I can depend on you. I assure you, Lieutenant, you'll never get less than my best. Carrie recruited. State of Flux completed. And that's perfect because we're about to have our next ad break in about a minute and a half. And oh, excuse me. And I think I'm about ready to switch games. This is ridiculously fun. I'm loving every single bit of it. But man, it is rough on the throat. We just finished State of Flux. Congratulations, you've completed the main mission State of Flux. You can now move on to the next sector or remain in this one if you want to explore some more. Leaving the sector will cause all active missions to be cancelled and all heroes currently marked as unavailable to be lost.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok. The crew's persistent capacity for adaptation under the sustained pressure of the Kazon Nistrum threat is exemplary. This unexpected resilience ongoing threat of Kulla and Seska, a protection rendered necessary by my own deficiency. My oversight in identifying Seska's treachery was a significant operational failure. I tendered my resignation as Chief of Security to the Captain. It was refused repeatedly. An illogical decision I attribute to her evident emotional bias. Supplemental. Sensors detected an unidentified transmission from an ionized hydrogen cloud. The Captain intends to investigate, classifying the potential hazard as a welcome diversion. The human capacity for welcoming variables of unknown origin and potential threat remains to me an inexplicable phenomenon.
Okay, and next, Mr. Paris.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Seska, huh? Wasn't that a neat little surprise? Undercover agent running off with an intergalactic thug with bad hair and anger management issues? All we need now is a dashing hero to sweep in and save the day. A dashing hero that saves the day. No, seriously though. We've been playing cat and mouse with these Kazon for ages, and Kulla is nothing if not persistent. But we all know Seska's really the one pulling his strings. Give credit where it's due, she's good. Evil, but good. What's actually surprising is how well the crew's holding it together. No Starfleet versus Maquis brawl in the mess hall.
Alert, ad break coming up in
Our
approximately
sensors just
3
picked up
minutes.
an unidentified transmission from an ionized hydrogen cloud. The Captain wants to investigate this welcome diversion, and that's my cue. Voyager isn't going to steer itself into its next big adventure.
That's very true, Tom. All right, I had, the little pause in the audio of Tuvok's back there was because I wanted to get through these personal logs and make sure that we got here okay. So it'll be about 3 minutes before the break, but we're not going to do that. Or we are going to do that, but I'm not going to wait the 3 minutes. We're just going to get through this. Once the ship is back under my control again, we're going to start the break right away. And then when I get back from break, you know, I'm kind of feeling some Dwarf Fortress. I don't know about you guys. The crew grows increasingly homesick. It is more than just what do you guys think? Would you prefer Dwarf Fortress or maybe City Skylines? Because I could go either way on that. The crew grows increasingly homesick. It's more than just missing the Alpha Quadrant. There's a deep emotional weight that threatens to unravel our morale. I feel the strain in every corner of the ship. This journey tests not only our mission, but our very spirit as we press onward into the unknown. Homesick, morale -3 per thing. Okay. So I think now is when we take the break, and I'm going to switch over and... You know, I would really like to do Dwarf Fortress, but it's been a while since I played it. I think I'd like to play it a little off stream just to remind myself how it goes. On the other hand, City Skylines has updated recently. I just remembered that fact. And I played it very recently, so I think we're going to load into that. And we'll do a bit more of that. No preference, honestly? Okay, cool. In that case, I'll be back in about 3.5 to 5.
This way! Hey, nice move!
Well, almost a nice move.